Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the BOCC statutory meeting. Today's date is Thursday, June the 18th, and the time is 9:01 a.m. We will call this meeting to order. First up, we have the Pledge of Allegiance. Jen, would you lead us?
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We will take attendance, beginning with Mr. Hirsch.
Brendan Hirsch, Interim County Attorney.
Paula McFeeters.
Zach Swearingen.
Miles Lucero.
And thank you to everybody else in attendance. Are there any modifications to today's agenda?
Yes, Commissioner, I am asking to remove items 3 and 4A from the regular agenda.
Okay.
Commissioners, since we posted those items, we actually need to continue them on the record. I'm sorry, I should have clarified that for Mr. Hirsch, but
Okay.
we would have to redo the posting if we moved them to the next agenda. So we need to open the items, continue them on the record so that we can have them for the 25th. So I apologize. I should have clarified that. That was my fault.
Marcy, is that for the hearing specifically or for the resolution as well?
Well, we can't approve the resolution without the hearing first, so it'd be for both items, but the hearing is the one that has the issue with the posting requirement and requires us to continue it on the record. So
Okay.
we'll go ahead and leave those items where they are on the agenda, and then we'll continue them on the record when we get to them.
Okay.
So apologies for that. Thank you.
Yeah, so as soon as we get to them, we'll just motion for continuance. And it's just 3 and then 4A. Correct. Okay. Okay. All right, well then I will ask for a motion to approve the original agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. That'll bring us to public comment. I only have one person on the list, but again, if there's someone in here that would like to speak for public comment and did not sign up, just raise your hand and we can get you up here. But we have Wendy up now.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tuesday morning, we discussed this packet that I have brought before you today regarding the situation at the Planning Department about the Courtner property. The things that I wanted to bring to your attention that's the most concerning and most important of this, on Exhibit 2, it is an email on October 1st, 2025 from Director Howard to myself. It was regarding the pens, the number of animals, and the proximity to St. Charles River. Her response is what we've done. We referred your concerns to Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment Agricultural Program, the state authority that oversees AFOs and CFOs facilities, and site-specific best management practices for manure management and runoff. CDPHE has indicated they will conduct a site assessment and has agreed to keep the county informed. Then it says county role. Pueblo County recently aligned our Unified Development Code with state AFO and CFO thresholds based on the current information. This operation does not appear to trigger a county zoning permit. So I started documenting this property in November. I did not submit it to the department until January. I reached out to my contact in March at the state of Colorado. He is the program manager for the AFO or the CDPHE/Ag division. It says, no, our records show we did not receive any referrals from Carmen Howard regarding this facility. She emailed in October asking if we had any information because she was researching the operation relating to compliance with the county zoning regulations. We let her know that since the facility contains less than 10,000 head, they are not required to register or permit with the state. My concern in this is a director of a planning department sent me an email saying that she had done specific things, had sent it to the state of Colorado, and then when I verified it with the state of Colorado has no record. So is it the state of Colorado that's not telling the truth in this, or is it the planning department? I come here hoping to help people that have no voices, that don't have multiple contacts at the state of Colorado to follow up with and to verify what they're being told from your planning department. So I hope our new county attorney can check into this, but I think that the people that deal with the planning department on a regular basis, the Joe public, they don't know the things that go on there, and they don't have ways to verify what they're being told with outside agencies. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak for public comment? Seeing none, that'll bring us to our consent agenda. Mr. Hirsch.
Thank you, Commissioner. Our first item, 2A, is a resolution appointing Jeff Chosner to serve as an independent referee on behalf of the Public County Board of Equalization. Our next item, 2B, is a resolution appointing Mason Davis to serve as an independent referee on behalf of the Public County Board of Equalization. Item 2C is a resolution appointing Gary Rosso to serve as an independent referee on behalf of the Public County Board of Equalization. And our final item, 2D, is a resolution amending resolution numbers 00323, 07297, and 17137 regarding fees for the Desert Hall Golf Course at Pueblo West.
Okay, you guys have anything?
I will just comment on the fee specifics that are changing at Desert Hawk. We talked about this during our Desert Hawk board meeting, but the only things that are changing are the weekend 18-hole fee is going from $39 to $42, and a large bucket of balls at the driving range is going from $6 to $7. So nothing too dramatic changing. I think based on the previous conversations, these fees are still very much in line with everything, all the other courses in the region. So I just wanted to put that out there to make sure that since it's on consent, we're just calling out the specifics.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that. I will ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. That'll bring us to our regular agenda. Mr. Hirsch.
Thank you, Commissioner. Item 3 is the public hearing portion for the amendment of Title 15, Buildings and Construction of the Public County Code. Commissioners, I think this is before you for a continuance with a motion. This can be continued to, I think the 25th would be the next date.
Yeah, did you have something, Marcy? in addition to that?
Commissioners, I was just coming up in case you had any questions. It's important that the county approve this resolution to amend the building code before July 1st, because there are some statutory requirements that if we adopt any changes to the building code after that date, it will be required to adopt some code changes that are statutorily required after that date. We had this scheduled for the 18th. That was kind of a rush, and yesterday we realized that we weren't going to be able to get a clean copy in the packet in the morning to go out to you for review. So we have asked that it be bumped to the next meeting. Tuesday meeting's canceled, so we're asking for it to be moved to the 25th. And again, due to the notice requirements, we need it continued on the record so that we don't have to repost the notice.
Okay,
Marcy, would it be appropriate now to talk about the substantive changes to Title 15, or do we want to do that next week during the hearing?
We have them prepared, and I do have a summary of the proposed code changes that was prepared by our chief building official. So I can provide those to you today. We can take them into the record, and that'll give you some additional time to review. And then prior to the meeting on Thursday next week, we'll get you a clean copy of the actual code changes instead of just the summary.
Okay.
Which is the piece that we were working on. We had some formatting issues with some tables and some other things that just needed to be addressed.
That works for me.
yeah,
And I'll go ahead and get these summaries to you after the meeting.
okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marcy.
Thank you.
I will ask for a motion then to continue item 3 until the meeting on the 25th of this month.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Okay, your next item, 4A, a resolution amending Title 15, Buildings and Construction of Public County Code for administration by the Public County Building Division. Commissioners, I think the same approach here.
Yeah, commissioners, the resolution follows the hearing, so we're just asking for the continuance to the 25th as well.
Okay. I will ask for a motion to move item 4A until the 25th.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marcy.
Okay, our next item, 4B, is a resolution approving the agreement between Arc Valley Construction and Pueblo County, Colorado for the dental sterilization station project for the Pueblo County Detention Center. Here to present is Dave Zupan.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
We're here today just to talk about the presentation of the contract awarded to Arc Valley. It was put out to competitive bid. We worked diligently with Sheriff's Office to modify the original scope. Our original estimate of cost was about $85,000. This was a situation that occurred because state health department rules kind of changed during the course of the construction of the project. And these new requirements for infection control and the medical equipment sterilization realm were added. So we stepped outside of the project contract, went to competitive bidding, and we are happy to report that a local contractor stepped up again. Our Pueblo contractors are really doing a powerful job for us on this project. Arc Valley has presented their bid amount of $28,195. The project team does recommend that you review and approve this if you agree. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
I have a question. Is having this, this project complete a prerequisite to getting folks moved over into the jail?
No.
Can you talk about why that is, Dave?
I have not been involved with those discussions with the health department. These are emerging standards in my understanding. The current inspections that did occur over at the current jail is kind of what brought this to light for the sheriff's office. They've asked us to make the changes, and there's other ways you can deal with that kind of thing. You can hire somebody to wash the equipment, all those kinds of things. But they did want to see steady progress towards getting it done. And we, as a team, decided that now is probably the best time to do that. It will occur during the course of probably inmate occupancy, so it won't impact that.
Okay. So this is specific to sterilization. The dental equipment and like the dental suite exists.
Yes.
This is just some.
It's
more
just adding
specific
some
sterilization.
compartment sinks and sanitization amenities.
It does give us another level of self-sufficiency there that we would not have. So I think getting that amount down is pretty incredible. And I don't really have any other questions other than the expected completion date. When do you expect that this will be completed?
They're kind of loosely talking about a 30-day time period.
Okay.
I think they're already ordering things in at their own risk. So it may even be quicker than that.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
Yep.
I will ask for a motion to approve item 4B.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Okay, our next item, 4C, is a resolution appointing or approving a chief technology officer for Pueblo County.
Okay, what, a CTO?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that we need to, I mean, beyond just saying his name?
I don't think so.
I think he's a very familiar figure here
I
at
do
Pueblo
too.
County, Mark Welty.
Yep. I
Um,
thought I saw him earlier, but
It's not back here.
no. Yeah, so this is just appointing Mark Welty, who has been our interim CTO for quite some time, and like Paula had said, a familiar face, and has steered the ship in the right direction from a technology standpoint over the years, and steered it through a lot of really big changes to include changing an entire operating system. So good fit. We welcome him on board, which is weird to say because he's been like on board, but congratulations, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
I will ask for a motion to approve item 4C.
So moved.
I'll second.
Say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Okay, Commissioners, item 4D is a resolution approving the CCAP Memorandum of Understanding, Amendment Number 3, between the Colorado Department of Early Childhood and the Pueblo County Department of Human Services. And here to present is Tracy Brown.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for your time this morning. I'm here requesting the approval of annual MOU for the provision of Colorado Child Care Assistance Program services. We have not yet received the fiscal year 2026-27 allocation for this program. CCAP provides financial assistance to families that are income eligible who are working, searching for employment in an educational activity, or participating in a substance abuse recovery program in need of childcare to support their efforts to achieve and or maintain self-sufficiency. So we would just like that approval to continue this MOU.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't really have any questions. Just again, it's another,
So this is strictly just childcare that you're providing on behalf of a qualified applicant?
That is correct.
Okay.
The child care assistance.
And how long does that usually last for someone who requests that help?
Could
Like
you-
what period of time is it approved for them? Through a fiscal year?
No, actually, there, I think that the redetermination is annual.
Okay,
That they have to, but once they're in and as long as they meet the eligibility requirements, they will continue as long as they redetermine.
okay.
yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's almost just checking that you are maintaining all those requirements, and then it's kind of just a continuance until those services are no longer required.
Till that child is no longer needing that childcare. Exactly.
And ma'am, just to be clear, this MOU does not define our allocation for the next fiscal year. This just defines our performance requirements. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That's good clarification. We appreciate it. I will ask for a motion to approve item 4D.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you.
I'm here for one more.
Yep.
Our next item, 4E, is a resolution approving the Colorado Works Memorandum of Understanding between the Colorado Department of Human Services and Pueblo County Department of Human Services.
So it is that time of year again. I'm here requesting the approval of the annual contract for the provision of the Colorado Works Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, or TANF. The allocation for fiscal year 2026-27 has not been received, but we expect that there will be an additional reduction of at least 5%. The Colorado Works TANF program supplements and supports the basic needs of families with dependent children. It provides families with basic cash assistance, case management, and employment counseling services to support them in attaining economic self-sufficiency and family stability through assessment, goal development, job training, work experience, education, and referrals to needed community resources. We
You
would like to
mentioned
see-
the 5% reduction, so where would that put you?
As far as the actual
Total.
allocation?
Yeah,
Okay, so I have, last year's budget was 9,256,523. And so we're looking at a 5% reduction
okay.
from that,
From 9 million.
from 9 million.
Gotcha.
Yes. Unfortunately,
Yeah. And so when do you anticipate getting the notification of that? Is
we're
that,
hoping within the next couple of weeks.
okay,
Yes,
So Tracy, we can expect an amendment to this exact contract that just
Yes.
plugs in the allocation amounts?
yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
and just to follow up from last year's TANF, you had rollover dollars, I believe, or you usually do. Do you anticipate that will be enough to get you through till this allocation is released?
I'm going to defer to my,
Okay,
our director
Sorry.
on that one. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy. No problem.
So we do have enough allocation to get us through June 30th, and then the new allocation will start, sorry, I forget, I stand too close.
July 1.
July 1. And so typically we don't get those allocations until, a week maybe before the year starts, but we will be able to continue to sustain until the end of the next fiscal year with the allocation.
Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate it. That's all the questions I have.
Thank you.
Good as well.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and it's good to save money or to carry money over. I mean, for things exactly like this. I will ask for a motion to approve item 4E.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
You too.
Hey, Commissioners, our last item, 5A, is an ordinance amending Title 10 Vehicles and Traffic of the Pueblo County Code by the addition of a new chapter 10.10 regarding restrictions on commercial haul vehicle traffic on 36th Lane between US Highway 50 and South Road, and providing related matters. And here to present is Marcy Day.
Commissioner, so believe you're all very well aware of this ordinance. This is our second reading. I'm just here basically to answer any questions that you may have. We discussed it during the first reading of the ordinance. This just establishes the signage requirements and enforcement mechanisms for handling the road truck curfew for commercial haul vehicles on 36th lane.
Okay. Yeah, again, we've spoke about this kind of at length, but still doing a lot to try and work to just almost eliminate that traffic off of that road right there. But can you just real quickly, Marcy, just touch on the point of where the fine levels, like where we're, why we are mandated to not go above those?
So there are statutory requirements that limit the amount that we can fine for these types of violations. The statute that gives the county authority to issue violations for road and established road curfews caps the fine. I believe it's at $100
We have $35.
with the $35 fee. I'm sorry. Let me.
I thought that we were maxed out on the statutory
We are.
requirements. Like we went to where we could.
I'm sorry, let me look at I need to refresh myself. It's been a month since I've seen this ordinance and I've been gone for a couple of weeks, so let me look back through, but I believe Commissioner Lucero, it's as you said, sorry, I misspoke. I was thinking of the civil infractions are $100. I believe this is maxed. It's a $35 ticket with a $10 fee, the penalty.
That's correct, ma'am.
Okay, yes. Yeah, $35 each separate violation plus a surcharge of $10. And again, that's set statutorily, so the county is restricted.
Right.
Are there any traffic infractions that could exceed that? If the county wanted to, implement an ordinance on some other type of traffic infraction, are you aware of other traffic infractions that can go over and above $35? Or is that what statute says a county is able to do, regardless of the infraction?
There's a table in the statute that establishes the maximum fine amounts for different infractions. So yes, there are different infractions that could exceed that, but for the for a haul route curfew violation, that's the max. But there are other violations that could occur that could.
Okay.
I mean, if they pull you over there for that, I mean, saying that they could find something else, like whatever other violation may have been.
Correct, yeah, if they are violating the curfew and they get pulled over and it's discovered that there are other violations, tail light or,
Right.
some other, or if they were speeding and all of that, that can be added
Tacked on.
to it, but
Okay.
and I believe that Public Works is working on getting the signage out there, which again, I think that is probably the larger deterrent than even the fine will be. Just having the notice out there so all of the truck traffic is aware of the existence of the restriction, and fingers crossed that the fine is not such an issue, because we hope people will just adhere, seeing the signage and understand, and reroute the truck traffic for those hours when the school's drop off and pickup is occurring at the school.
Yeah. Again, thank you to everybody who's worked on this. And again, we're still trying to come up with some alternatives to get traffic off of that road there on a regular basis. That takes cooperation with a bunch of different entities, from CDOT to the school district to private, to get money to make those road improvements on an alternative haul route. So we are still working on that. So this is what we can do now. And so again, I appreciate everybody working on this and see what else we can get done in the hopefully not too distant future.
One more question for me, Marcy. This says that the ordinance will be published again in the Chieftain next week. Then we have 30 days from the date of publication for it to take effect.
Correct.
Is that a county policy? Is that a statute that says that we have to go through that process one more time?
That's statutory.
Okay, well, yeah, I also agree. I appreciate all the hard work on this and glad that it will be done prior to the beginning of the next school year. I've sent this to the D70 school board. I've sent it to the principal at Vineland Middle School. Everyone's very, very thrilled about this, and I just wanted to extend their thanks to the two of you, because I have heard it directly. So appreciate all the work, and thank you, Ms. Kern, for all your advocacy on this matter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will ask for a motion to approve item 5A.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
What question?
Can you wait until after?
Well,
I mean-
that's more- I just was wondering which statute is it? Are we quoting a state statute?
Yes, it's state statute. Right? Huh? Okay. That will bring us in. Good. That'll bring us into commissioner comments. I can be super quick. I just want to dispel, I heard yesterday some rumor that the building department, our building department was gonna go away. That is it is what I just said. It is a rumor. There's no truth to that at all. As the building department comes in and presents, we still have bugs to work out, certainly as any organization does, but I mean, to operate in the black in such a short time frame, and from what I hear from this community, we are really rocking and rolling in that aspect. And I just give a lot of credit to all of the people in the building department. Arnold's here, all the inspectors, all the staff, everybody in planning and zoning. Jen is here as well. So yeah, just dispel that rumor right out of the gate. And then the only other thing that I've got is just, I'm sure a lot of people have seen all the videos out there of just foreigners in this country from the World Cup, Europeans especially, and just their shock and awe and amazement at this wonderful country of ours. And I mean, even like, going to gas stations and Walmart and Buc-ee's and things like this. But sometimes, and you also see some of the reaction from just US citizens that are like shocked how shocked all of these Europeans are. But oftentimes it takes an outside perspective, and people who, disparages this country. And again, we are not perfect by any stretch, and we've got a lot of work to do, and we continue to try and do that as a nation and as specific communities. But being around the world and seeing other things, like, this country is pretty awesome. So if you haven't seen that and you want a quick entertainment, just look online and see some of these reaction videos. It's pretty funny. That's all I
You're
got.
here. I agree with you, Commissioner. I'll make my comments brief as well. Wendy, thank you for always coming to our meetings and expressing your opinion. I just want to say, when it comes to some of the things that you bring up, it is about context and about facts and about finding those things. And so I just want you to understand that our planning and development department does a really good job of sorting through facts and finding the research needed to make decisions. And I have complete confidence in what they do. I appreciate your opinions about it, but I have to tell you, in my work with them over the last year, I haven't found things to be concerned about at the level that you have expressed. So just so you know, you're free to say what you want to say. We have to make decisions based on their recommendations and their research, and they're founded in what they do. So thank you for your opinions on that. Yesterday, I had the ability to attend our executive leadership planning retreat, which was really, really fun. And our job yesterday was, how do we execute? And what we're going to do is make Tammy do it all. I'm kidding. That was the great joke of yesterday. We we're led by Trish Turner, who's our chief HR. And she does a really great job of facilitating those sessions, and it really helps us facilitate discussion about priorities of this county and moving forward. And there were 4 words that were brought out yesterday, and I just want to bring them out in my commissioner comments because it is really important in leading an organization. It's not just the 3 of us that do that. It's our directors, our chiefs, and every single person in this organization. You are leaders. And I don't mean by title, I mean by what you do. Everybody leads in some way, and I want to empower everybody to understand that. I know people look to us as the leaders, quote unquote, but all of us lead from where you are. And I really believe that if we instill that mindset that we all are leaders, we will improve what we do as a county. So I want to leave you with 4 words that I thought were really interesting and really impactful to me about what it is that we are to do. First, we need to align, we need to focus, we need to prioritize, and then we deliver. And that's a process. And I want everybody in every sphere of this organization to be thinking about, how do I align with the priorities of this county and serving the constituents that we serve? What's my focus, and how am I going to deliver that? The last thing is, how are we going to measure success? And Commissioner, that will be your session next week. So Commissioner Lucero was in the first session where they hashed through what those priorities are. I got to attend the second one, which is how do we execute these? And the last one will be the delivering and measuring. So I think we've made some headway in at least getting our team together to understand this is a new era of leadership at this county. I know some think we are maybe too involved at the administrative level. We've been very much in the details of how things run, but I also think it's a benefit to this county to have us coming in and saying, how are we doing things under the BOCC? We have our other electeds that do that for their areas, but it is our responsibility to be more engaged with what we do here at the county. And we've had some challenges. This board has had more challenges than I think any board has ever had, in terms of not knowing what we were getting into, what we would be dealing with. And I'm proud of the fact that we've responded with, I would say, a calm plan of moving forward. We know what it is. How do we fix it? And these sessions are really important to get our entire team involved. They in turn will be talking to their staff. And again, leadership is not a title. It's where you are in the organization, and everyone can lead from where they're at. And we all need to do that. So I encourage each of you, as you think about what you're asked to do, to be thinking about, how can I make a positive impact on our organization all the way up through the chain, how I deliver services to those that I serve. And really, those citizens are the ones that will tell you right away if you're not doing it right. And we take that seriously. So thank you for everybody that took time. It was fun. And Tammy, you have a lot of work to do, so get on it. Thank you.
Well said, Commissioner. I have been really encouraged by those sessions as well. I think we're seeing a level of cohesion and alignment on vision that we haven't seen in a long time from our leadership. Not to their deterrent, right? We don't have directors at this organization and chiefs now that just sit around and call the shots and sit on their pedestal. We have folks that work, and I think it's hard to balance that workload with the job of being a strategic visionary for this organization. But what I always come back to when I'm talking to these folks is, we're transitory, right? We're here for 4 years, maybe 8 years. We're here for a finite amount of time. And it is our responsibility to lead this organization while we're here. But those chiefs and our directors, they're the ones that maintain the culture, that maintain the tribal knowledge, that carry these things through the generations of Pueblo County, that make this organization strong. So we are really trying hard to empower those folks to say, this is your organization. You are the leaders of this organization. And you made a great point. We're all leaders of this organization. Anyone that works here is responsible for contributing to the culture and the legacy and the immediate impact of this organization. So yes, thank you to Trish Turner, the rest of our leadership team, for organizing and being really bought into those sessions, because I think it's really important. So thank you for commenting on that. I just wanted to shout out a few really fun events going on over the course of this weekend and into next week. There is an open house at the Pueblo Shelter on 4th Street this afternoon. It starts around 2 p.m. So if you've ever been curious about that operation, what that looks like, how things run over there. Great opportunity for the public to get an inside view of how the shelter operates and how they work with the city to maintain that facility. Palmer Land Conservancy is having a really fun event tonight downtown at Presley's where they'll do some education stuff. I'm sure they'll have plenty of giveaways. Zoofari is this weekend. I know the zoo has been getting a lot of attention in the news as they anticipate a potential ballot measure heading into November. I know the zoo is a beloved asset for me and my family and many folks in this community. So if you're able to support the zoo this Saturday, that would be a great opportunity or really anytime. And then last night was the kickoff to the 46th annual Nooch tournament down at Runyon. It's kind of a longstanding tradition in this community, the Nooch. And great to see so many folks out there last night. A lot of Pueblo kids will be playing out there all weekend. So if you have an opportunity to swing by Runyon, that will be a fun one. And then last but not least, this is a really fun event that's not until next weekend, but I wanted to put it on people's radar. The Arkansas River Fest will be happening at the Waterworks Park. I think this will be the first time at the Waterworks Park. Was it down there last year? I can't even remember. Anyway, if you haven't been to the Waterworks Park, the River Fest is a great opportunity to get down there. It really can't be overstated what an amazing asset that Waterworks Park is to our community. A community that values and offers public access to its natural resources, I think is a thriving community. So I'm just so grateful to have that. And the River Fest will be a day of fun and safety first when you're out on the water this summer. We appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Well said by both y'all. And weather is certainly in line with going and jumping in the Arkansas River because it's getting hot out there. So everybody beware of that. I did one caveat is I went to a luncheon day before yesterday and a presentation on the transplant games, which is in Denver, and I'll get some more information on that. But in essence, it was an organization. It is an organization and games that are helping to promote organ transplants and the need for. They had a heavy focus on kidney and then liver as well. But I will get some more information there, and we're trying to start talking about putting in some groups into like CSU Pueblo and even into the high schools to just try and educate folks on that demand. And yeah, everybody had a good weekend, and you mentioned quite a few good things out there. So please get out and support all of our local businesses and our local organizations. I will ask, our next meeting will be Tuesday, June 23rd. I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
Commissioner, that's not correct. We'll be meeting next.
That's right.
Thursday, the 23rd.
Thursday, yeah. We are not having a meeting on the 23rd. My apologies. So our next meeting will be Thursday, June 25th. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. We are adjourned.